I am going to talk about global warming revisited. The reason it's revisited, I got introduced to global warming here in Linda. And I was in a panel discussion in 2008. And it was a panel discussion about global warming. And I didn't really want to participate. But they said you really had to. And so I spent maybe half a day or a day or so looking at Google. And I was horrified by what I found. And so I got interested in global warming a little bit. And because I was on this panel discussion, I looked at Google and I looked at Jeffer and global warming because I've been on one panel discussion. And I got roughly 40,000 results. If I look at my mind and look at my name and say Jeffer and superconductivity, I got much fewer results. Global warming is really a hot topic. And what I said then, and which I still believe, is that global warming really has become a new religion because you can't discuss it. It's not proper. If you say global, if you look at Linda here today, then all the people who are, notable people, they have said climate change in their talks. All of them have said it. I don't know whether they know what they mean, but they have said it anyway. Everybody talks about climate change. So the American Physical Society, which I was a member, said the evidence is incontrovertible that global warming exists. Now think about that. This is a physical society. And they say you cannot discuss global warming because we believe it's happening. It's like the Catholic Church. There are lots of incontrovertible truth in the Catholic Church, I'm sure. And here there's an incontrovertible truth in a physical society. So the only answer to that is to resign. And that actually made quite a much more story than I thought it would have. So global warming really starts with these two people, Al Gore and Curry, or however you pronounce it. And what they did, they made this curve popular. I know that's hard to read from the audience, but on the vertical scale is degrees in 0.1 degree. So roughly 1 degree is the whole vertical scale. And the horizontal scale is in years from 1860 to 2000. And you see the global warming has increased, but the scale is like the dentists use when they advertise by dental toothpaste, because the scale is absolutely distorted. I mean, there's 1 degree there. And for what does this curve measure? Well, this curve measures what does the average temperature for the world for a whole year and for a whole Earth for 1 year. So there's an average temperature for the whole Earth for 1 year, and that measures in a fraction of a degree. So what does that mean? I think probably nothing. So let me talk about that again. From 1880 to 2015, the temperature has increased from 288 to 288.8 degree Kelvin, 0.3%. I think the temperature has been amazingly stable. If I take where I live in Albany, New York, there are roughly 80 degree K difference between summer and winter at some time. And so would you think that 0.8 degree average on the Earth makes any difference to the climate in Albany? Is that sensible to you? Oh, the wrong way. So here is then where the temperature is measured. And you see there's point on the graph, so if you can read that, north of 60 degrees is 167 measurements. Between 30 and 60 degrees is quite a lot of measurements. The United States is all covered with things and stuff. So if you go finally to the South Pole, there are 8 thermometers, according to NASA. That's all they have, including the South Pole. 8 thermometers. And so if you had 8 thermometers to measure the average temperature in Germany, where would you put those 8 thermometers? 8 thermometers for the continent. It's nothing. And the fact is, as I deal with the South Pole, there has never been as cold on the South Pole as it is right now. There's more ice than there ever have been. And so, but people don't talk about that. They talk about the North Pole, where there's warmer climate at the present time. And the other thing which upset me is that what is the optimum temperature for the Earth? Is that the temperature we have right now? That would be a miracle.